Hey guys, Duke here, and today we are going to talk about reaching max level in Beyond Light. For those of you that have seen my previous leveling video, a lot of the concepts and drops are going to be the same, but there are quite a few changes with Beyond Light. Some that are obvious, and some that are much less so, that I think can be very useful to take advantage of when leveling. For ease of access and for thoroughness, I'll be going over all aspects of getting to max level, both new and old, so this video can be your one-stop shop to understanding the leveling system in Beyond Light. For starters, everyone's base level when they start the game now is 1050. Going from 1050 to 1200 power is considered getting to the soft cap. Getting to the soft cap of 1200 is doable with anything in the game. All drops that you get will be higher than your quote base power, with base power meaning the level that all of your highest possible gear averages out to. Note that here, and in the other sections of this guide, just because a drop is higher than your base power doesn't automatically mean it will actually help you. You could have a situation where you have a slot, or multiple slots, that are higher than your base power already, and if you happen to get another drop in that slot, it may not help you. Personally, running through the new campaign as well as some of the after-campaign quest lines that allow you to further unlock your stasis abilities got me to this 1200 base power quite easily and quickly. But again, you should do whatever you find most fun and enjoyable to you to get to this point. Just be careful to not do or grab any drops that are labeled as powerful gear, as I will be getting to that next. Once you hit 1200 base power, it is time for the powerful gear grind. There have been quite a few changes to powerful grinding this season, and I will be going over all the changes, as well as things that are the same to provide a complete picture to the sometimes overwhelming puzzle that is leveling. The definition of a powerful drop is a drop that is above your averaged out base level, and allows you to gain power after the soft cap. In other words, once you hit 1200 base from doing whatever you want to get to the soft cap, you will need powerful drops to get higher power. Most powerful drops are between 3 to 5 points higher than your base level when they drop, except for two exceptions that I will specifically mention when I talk about them. One of the fastest ways to get powerful drops is to play, and win, matches in the competitive playlist. The reason for this is that every time you rank up your glory, which is basically points you gain for winning matches in the competitive playlist, you will get a powerful drop. You also gain Valor, which is points you gain just for playing Crucible in general, although you do gain Valor faster for winning games as well. So by playing comp, you are gaining powerful drops for each Glory sub rank up, powerful drops for each Valor big rank up, as well as the chance for prime engrams and +1 drops at the end of the match, which I will be discussing separately a bit later. There's also an additional powerful drop for winning 7 rounds total in the competitive playlist, which you can do on each character once per week. Sticking with Crucible for a moment, completing 3 matches in the other or non-competitive playlists will give you a powerful drop as well. Also, completing 8 Crucible bounties from Shaxx will give you a powerful drop. There is also a quote, complete 8 bounties powerful drop to go with the Crucible one, from Zavala for Strikes and Drifter for Gambit. And the 3 of these powerful drops are special and changed for this season. Instead of directly giving you a drop, they will instead give you a special Prime Engram, which will be guaranteed to decrypt into armor, at least until you've received all of the armor once. This is a huge benefit to players, as having 3 guaranteed armor pieces per week means that you can turn in these specific powerful engrams when your armor is some of your lowest drops, when compared to your weapons, to ensure you are getting the highest chance at drops that you need. In addition to the 8 bounties drop, Gambit will also give you a powerful for completing 3 matches. Also in Gambit, just like Valor and Crucible, you will get a powerful drop for each, quote, big rank up. For strikes, in addition to the 8 bounties, you can get a powerful by completing 3 strikes while running a subclass that matches the weekly rotating Singe. Also, there are 2 powerfuls for Nightfalls, one for Nightfall completions, and one for completing a Nightfall with at least a 100k score. For the completions, if you do the 100k on the 1250 or higher Nightfall, you will also get the drop from the completions. You can also do 3 completions of the lowest level Nightfall to get the drop, if you're either a lower level, don't have a team to do the 100k with as it is match made, or if you just want to get the drop separately to try to fully maximize your potential power gains. As I mentioned earlier, there are also Prime Engrams and +1 drops that can be received from completing Strike, Crucible, and Gambit activities. Prime Engrams are engrams that will drop 3 above your base level, that can drop from any powerful enemy or completing a Crucible match. So theoretically, you can get these even just out on patrol, and there's actually a somewhat AFK farm that people have been talking about to do so, but I personally like acquiring primes while going around and doing my other powerful drops for efficiency's sake. You can get 2 primes per day per character, which resets at the daily reset, but you can get more than 2 if you haven't done all of your primes on a certain character for a certain period of time. +1 drops are new for this season, and can be obtained at the end of a Strike, Gambit, or Crucible match. When you get your endgame rewards, we are all probably used to seeing the flood of blues and maybe a legendary or 2 that comes from doing so. However, this season, those drops all have the chance to be up to 1 power above your base level. While not guaranteed whatsoever, they do happen frequently enough to matter, so make sure you are constantly checking every single drop you get to see if it ends up being higher than your current highest piece in that slot. The last drop attached to the tower courtyard is to do 8 bounties from the gunsmith. Over by Hawthorne, assuming you're in a clan, there are actually 5 powerful drops you can get per week. 1 for getting 5,000 personal clan XP, and 4 more for your clan doing Crucible, Nightfall, Raid, and Gambit activities. The 4 weekly clan engrams are the other powerful drops I was talking about earlier that will only be 1 higher than your level, but can still be useful and are quite easy to get just by being in an active clan. There are 3 new powerful drops on Europa which came out with Beyond Light. They are to do 8 bounties from Varix, do 2 Empire hunts, and kill 100 combatants with or affected by stasis anywhere but on Europa. Note 2 things about the Empire hunt's powerful drop. First, you need to have completed the Tier 2 sabotage called Europa Challenges 2, which unlocks the weekly Empire Hunt challenge. Also, it is super hidden in terms of actually seeing this powerful, as you can only see your progress once you have the Empire Hunt itself shown on the map, but rest assured doing 2 Empire Hunts after completing the sabotage quest will give you a powerful gear drop. Finally, we have the new seasonal content, Wrathborn Hunts. These hunts and the associated lure are new to Season of the Hunt, and are one of the best powerful loot sources to use for leveling to ever exist in Destiny. The reason for this is you have almost complete control over which slot your powerful drop will drop in. When choosing which boss to fight with the lure, it will tell you exactly what weapon or armor piece will drop as a reward for doing that hunt. The downside is it only rolls 4 times, so there's a chance that none of those 4 will be the piece you're looking for. However, if this happens, you can choose either recon data or lure mutations as your reward, as that will not give you a powerful drop and will allow your slots to re-roll for the slot you are looking for. The lure starts out with 2 powerful drops per character, but can be upgraded to have 4 powerful drops after unlocking the Power Hunter upgrade at the Crow. The Crow also has a powerful drop after doing 5 Wrathborn hunts for the week, but this powerful can also be turned into a Pinnacle drop by again getting the Power Hunter lure upgrade. There is also a one-off drop, the Adored Questline and Sniper, that will drop 5 above your base level that you can pick up from the gunsmith after you have completed the quest. You can use this to pick and choose a time where you really need an energy weapon for leveling, as just like with the lure, knowing the exact drop you will get from a source is a really important tool to take advantage of. Before we go to the last section of drops, Pinnacle sources, I want to talk about a really important tip, and how it has changed this season when it comes to leveling efficiently, edging your gear. Edging your gear, which I also sometimes refer to as the +8 rule, refers to the idea that you can get gear that is at your level as random world drops, or from other specific limited sources at any time. If you have a total of 8 points above your current power level across all of your gear, you can edge your gear to get your base level 1 higher, which will then allow your next powerful drops to all drop 1 point higher than they would have otherwise. Doing this once might not mean a lot, but doing this consistently across your entire leveling process will result in an extremely large increase in the amount of power you are able to gain. There is actually a really great website that can do this math and check for you, which I'll put on the screen and link in the description below. Here's an example of how strong this can be in action. Normally, it won't be quite this extreme, but putting this tip to work when switching characters and moving your higher weapons over is still a good example in practice. So I currently have all of my highest gear in every single slot. As you can see, all my weapons are 1250, and most of my armor is underneath my base power of 1243. So what I would do here is first add up everything above my base power, which is all my weapons. So this would be 7, another 7 for 14, and another 7 for 21. Since that 21 is higher than 8, that means I can get a level. So what I would do first is I would get my lowest level thing, which is my boots at 1236, and edge it out. Since I don't have any drops left in my season pass for boots, I did these Europa legs instead, which is a once-off quest line, and I can grab these boots. Now that puts me at 1244. Again, I can do the same thing, so this would be 6, 12, 18, still above 8. Next, since I don't have a mark, I'm going to go for either chest or a helmet to try to edge myself another level. As you can see, I'm now 1245. If I still had a mark in my season pass, I could grab that next, edge myself again, or if I had boots, I could do that as well, edge myself again, and basically inch your way all the way up. Again, as I stated in the previous section, you can also do this with just random world drops. In addition to what I've already said, you can figure out exactly how many points you need to level by subtracting points that are below your current base as well. To show that in action, I would again do the same thing by adding the 1250s, which are now only 5 above my highest gear, so that'd be 5, 10, 15, and then subtract anything that is below 1245. So this would be 1 on my helmet, so that'd be 15 minus 1, which is 14, 2 on my gloves, which is 14 minus 2, which is 12, 1 on my chest, which is 12 minus 1, which is 11, boots is minus 4, so that'd make it 11 minus 7, which is 4, 11 minus 4, which is 7, and then my cloak is 6 below, which 7 minus 6 is 1. So that means I'm at 1 out of 8, which means I need a total of 7 points to level to the next level. Finally, we have Pinnacle rewards. Until you hit 1250 power, you can basically consider these the same as powerful rewards, and a few of the powerfuls that I mentioned in that section are actually Pinnacle rewards, which I will mention again in this section. Pinnacle rewards are the only way to get your base power higher than 1250 and allow you to get all the way to the max season base level of 1260. First, we have the +1 Pinnacles, meaning that they will drop 1 higher power than your current base light if you are 1250 base power or higher. These are the 3 playlist strikes with the matching weekly elemental singe, 3 gambit matches, 3 crucible playlist matches, and 5,000 weekly clan XP if you are in a clan. The remaining Pinnacle drops are all +2 Pinnacle drops, which means they will drop 2 power higher than your current base level once you are 1250 power or higher. As a reminder, you can also use these before 1250 power, and they will drop 5 higher than your current base power between 1200 and 1250, so they are still extremely useful and important even before the Pinnacle band. These drops are the 100k Nightfall and Crow's 5 Wrathborn hunts if you have obtained the Power Hunter lure upgrade. Note that as of me making this video, the new raid Deepstone Crypt actually comes out tomorrow, which will certainly be a source of Pinnacle drops. If it is like old raids, which it is most likely to be, you will get 1 Pinnacle reward per encounter, which means there will likely be between 3 to 5 Pinnacle drops from the raid. Also, there are supposed to be higher level Empire hunts from Varix later this season, which may also have an associated Pinnacle reward, as the Nightmare hunts from last year had on their highest level variant. Lastly, Trials of Osiris is also supposed to be back next week as of the making of this video, which in the past has given a Pinnacle reward at both 7 wins and an extra one in the Flawless chest itself. Trials also has powerful drop rewards at 3 wins and 5 wins, which I will mention here as I did not mention it earlier. If you made it to the end of this video, you are a legend, and thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helped you, and if it did, let me know in the comments below and consider dropping a like and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, have a wonderful day.